Hey everybody, Jason Jones here. Just got a really hard text from a buddy of mine who's a psychiatrist and just lost a patient who committed suicide because his business failed because of the response to the crisis, the government response. And he'd already been struggling, and this response by the government utterly destroyed his business, or at least so he felt that it would. And he took his own life. This friend of mine who's a psychiatrist is a beautiful man, and he sent me this quote, which I thought was perfect. Forgive me for having to wear these glasses like your grandpa. I am a grandpa, so I get to wear these glasses. And he sent me this quote from C.S. Lewis. He said, "The problem about public health is it treats the individual as a creature that dies and the species as immortal, whereas medicine ought to treat the individual as immortal and society as a creature that dies." And the point is, your business is going to fail sooner or later. Now, Henry Ford is going to live for eternity, and Ford Motor Company's here. But there will be a day where there is no Ford Motor Company, and Movie to Movement may outlive me, which is highly unlikely for many reasons. One of them being movies might not be a thing, and the other thing is we're always on life support, even in good times. So I'm very comfortable with failure. Probably because I'm a failure. I dropped out of high school, was a teen parent, and so some early successes I had, like my GED and graduating basic training and an associate's degree and a bachelor's, were more success than I ever thought I would have. So I'm good. But a lot of you have higher expectations of yourself than I have of myself. And you think that everything you touch has to succeed, and there should never be hard times. And it is very frustrating. And I know that I'm frustrated, and it is hard. The economic part of this is going to be very hard on you personally. And there are many businesses that may fail. They may fail, but I don't think so. I think that we're all going to rebound. I think Movie to Movement is going to be stronger than this. Right now, we have $0 in the bank. I paid all our vendors. I have a little more debt. I'm working to get that money in because our income is on my speaking and on marketing movies. And all my movies have been canceled and all my speeches have been canceled. But that's fine. We're going to double down and we're going to weather the storm. Your business is mortal. Mark Zuckerberg, if you're watching, Facebook one day will fail. There will be no more Facebook one day. There will be no more Coca-Cola one day. It's going to happen. But the souls that founded Coca-Cola, Mark Zuckerberg, Henry Ford, are immortal. And how's this? This is all just a sacrament. Success is a sacrament. Failure is a sacrament. It's a sign in time. That's it. And success is harder than failure. I can promise you that. Because I have friends who have been brutally successful, and I pray for them. It's very hard for them. By the way, and their successes will meet with huge failures. I remember my biggest failure ever. My mother-in-law, who's the best. She was my friend before I knew my wife. How many people can say that? And Chinese mother-in-laws, at least mine, she's a hard charger. She had to flee Mao as a child, was hidden in a monastery while her father fought in the Nationalist Army, looked for a way to get her out. They made it to Hong Kong, where they literally were so poor they ate out of trash cans. She became a very successful model, actress, moved to New York City, and became a successful realtor. So she's very successful under the most adversity, and she's very Chinese, even though she loves America. She's on my Facebook. She's probably watching. Don't be mad at me, Maria. But one day I had just my biggest failure on something that it's a film I'm still working on, and it means the world to me. And she said, "What's the difference between you and Bill Gates?" I'm like, oh, here we go. What's the difference, Maria, between me and Bill Gates? She said, "Bill Gates has failed a lot more than you," which is true. Okay, of course, he succeeded a lot more than me in much bigger ways. But her point is, like, we fail. What's amazing to me is people invest in my films and I lose their money. I think about it every day for 5 years. They don't even think about it again, and it's over for them because they're so successful. They know failure is a part of success. These hard times on businesses we've thrown our whole life into can hurt. But getting this text from my friend made me think of so many of my friends who are out there fighting to make payroll like I'm fighting to make payroll, and they take it very hard. But you were created for eternity. Your business one day will cease to exist, whether it's next Tuesday or in 500 years from now. It really doesn't matter. It is a mortal thing. So don't be too sad when it dies, because it's gonna die. You will be forever. That's all. Peace out, y'all.